Hi Taurus, here's a general look at your solar chart for December 2013, and your ruling planet Venus is in a super long transit of Capricorn, and that's going to be joined this month by the beginning of a super long transit of Mars. The transit of Venus in Capricorn is in a very positive angle to your sun sign. It's going to be there until next March. And the good news for you is that there could be beneficial developments in the love department. Now, what does that mean? It can mean anything you want it to mean, but the energy is there for you to tap into. So your understanding of love, maybe, and different kinds of love will deepen through a relationship, which can introduce you maybe to new dimensions of experience, and such a relationship could revolve around or be connected to travel, foreign cultures, those at a distance, or an educational type environment, an advice giving type environment. So you're more likely to connect with knowledge or expertise which balances your perspective on something, helps you get the bigger picture, helps you zoom out and not sweat the small stuff so much, take a more philosophical point of view, be more altruistic maybe, or humanitarian maybe, and you could benefit materially actually in some way through publications, education, those at a distance, and you and someone could team up and launch into a new enterprise. But in the love aspect of this, because of course Venus rules more than just affairs of the heart, it's about beauty, and it's about finances, and it's about resources of various kinds, and it's about a few other things too. But this transit of Venus could really expand, deepen is what I said, your knowledge and your understanding of some facet of love or loving. Now, the Sun until the 22nd is in a very it's in a very deep area of your solar chart, emotionally deep, and but this is an area also for clearing the decks, getting rid of things from the past, maybe decluttering, and making the space for the new green shoots to come up. However, you may be more than normally aware of the emotional angle. You could yourself be feeling more sensitive. You could be looking into the financial or legal side of things, or be musing over property issues, but definitely maybe being aware of deeper truths, asking yourself some tough questions. And I say it's a gear change house because as you're going through this type of thing, slowly, as you sleep on it and as you wake up each day, you will be transitioning, you will be changing gear, and that will come through mutual action with or challenge from another. And your moral sense really is going to be tested, and also it's going to tell you what to do. But this is a perfect moment for dropping some ballast, having a declutter, or indeed it might be your own bad habits that you want to rise above, so having a detox of some kind. Until the 5th, communications, personal, professional, and close interactions and collaborations continue to be highlighted. That's been going on since last month, and you can be clarifying your own thinking in this sort of maybe repartee, or bouncing ideas off, or maybe having quite in-depth conversations with certain others. And you yourself could be seen as the person to confide in. You yourself could be seen as the information giver. But then from the 5th, communications tend to become more strategic, and kind of confidential. That's when Mercury comes into the same sector as the Sun, so your thinking could be revolving on those things I've mentioned, the emotional side of things, or the financial angle, or property, possessions, and that may be that you've got a joint interest in any of those areas with another, maybe shared with another. You don't have overall control. And there may be more discussion related to a contract or an agreement of some kind. Until the 8th, Mars is in a spontaneous and for some quite romantic area, and gives you the trigger to be more competitive, enterprising, or in the mood to take a bit of a risk. But also Mars in this area here may connect you more with the activities of children, young ones, and you can be taking action or be wanting to take action related to these. Mars tends to be hasty, so if it's about a romantic matter or children, young ones, then just watch it that you are not leaping before you look. But overall, this is a great time for you to enjoy this interaction, and for you to in fact enjoy doing anything physically active which helps you to feel good. And then from the 8th, Mars moves into this mega long transit through Capricorn, through Libra, and this is going on till next July. So for you, this happens to be in your area of work. It's also the area to do with health, and those are very general headings, but basically setting yourself more of a timetable, more of a schedule to achieve certain things each day, learning new skills maybe, and being more proactive about matters of health. That might be yours, that might be somebody else's, but the danger with Mars here is that you overstretch your energies, and therefore your health can, you run yourself down, or indeed you trip over your own shoelaces, and that wouldn't be a good thing. But just the demands of daily work, and Mars tends to stir things up wherever he goes, so you could be having disagreements maybe with workmates or employers or employees, or people you're working for during this time here. But over this period, which can pan out in various ways over these 8 months it's going to be there, can really make you proud, because it delivers the results through the sweat of your brow sometimes that you want. But one thing I will say about Mars here is Mars, the initiator, likes to be out in front and doesn't like hanging around for others to make up their mind, or to be in the director's seat, or cheat. Maybe that was it's a Freudian slip. But you want to be in the driving seat with this one here. You want to be more of a self-starter, or anything to do with daily work, daily chores, and health matters are concerned. Now, in the second half of December, new circumstances could cause tension, but they are circumstances which could promote or begin to promote a radical shift in some way. And the advice would be to keep a cool head, because that is going to free you up more than knee-jerk responses which are negative. Now, until next July, Jupiterian expansiveness will tend to support you in a more outgoing, upbeat, positive frame of mind anyway, and you can be developing your interests through speaking, writing, any other form of self-expression, education, and also just mixing and mingling and making new contacts, really. and new territories are going to be carved into your mental landscape. You Taurians born the 5th to the 12th of May with 15 to 21 degrees rising are going to feel this energy the most. I forgot to mention that on the 22nd the Sun is actually shifting into a more outgoing area, and it's an expansive area. It tends to raise the spirits and make you feel like there's potential in the air, and it's sort of a time maybe to get out of the routine box, to take a trip, or to just refresh your mental palette by plunging into different types of situations. Now, the current Saturn cycle is more challenging for your sign at the moment, because those in close relationships just aren't playing ball in the way that you think they should. And you are going to have to work harder, take on more responsibility at times, and definitely you will need to try to balance your point of view with that of others, even though you think that they are being unreasonable. At times you'll be keenly aware of falling short of certain standards because they're going to make you feel that way, and at others you'll feel very frustrated by their demands or their moods or how you see it as limiting behavior. So, as ever, moderation in all things and the middle way. So compromise, collaboration, cultivating steadily, persistently, without being a nuisance, of course, but just cultivating a relationship that could be important to you. And this is going to be the make or break point, actually, for certain close relationships, whether that's in friends, family, lovers, spouses, business people, whatever it's about. If something is so regularly tiring you out and it doesn't seem to have any life left in it, then a parting of the ways can occur. And if it is breakup, then give thanks for what you've learned and try to move on without holding a grudge. And also vice versa, because Saturn here can work towards you from the other in that sort of way as well. If it's a making the relationship moment through testing and trials and tribulations, then you will find that you step into this commitment with more wisdom, really. And you Taurians born between the 6th and 12th of May, or with 16 to 21 degrees rising, could feel that energy the most. And the current Saturn, Neptune, Jupiter positions are going to help you to see things that you didn't see before, maybe about yourself through close relationship. And this energy is very optimistic for you in lots of ways, and bodes well for making new associations, as well as helping established ones become more positive. And that's it for December. I hope you all have a happy time over the festive season, however you're going to be celebrating that. If you listen to your moon sign or your rising sign, you can get a fuller picture of what I've been talking about here and see if it makes sense to you. And if you want to know what the outer slower planets are moving, have a look at my website, and I will see you in the new year.